From the Samsung Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Coming up right now on News 13, Mohegan Sun Casino is now taking a gamble in the hotel business. Ground was officially broken for an over 200-room addition, bringing a place for visitors to lie their heads and bringing jobs to NEPA. And later it was a wicked weather day with unbearable heat and strong storms, even tornado warnings. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Since the first pair of dice hit that table at the Mohegan Sun Casino about 5 years ago, there were rumors that a hotel was in the works. And today, those rumors became reality. The Mohegan Sun Tribe officially announced plans to add a 7-story, 238-room hotel and convention center. News 13 attended the not-so-traditional groundbreaking ceremony held Wednesday morning, where representatives replaced the traditional shovel in the ground with a more conventional approach, a jackhammer, to officially kick off construction, which is slated to begin on Monday. The project, coined Project Sunlight, should take about 15 months to complete and will be finished by the end of 2013. It will cost about $40 million, making the facility a complete destination for locals and tourists.
This casino has always maintained its own feeling, its own sense of the culture of Pennsylvania. And I think as you hear a little bit more, you will see that the hotel that we're going to build is going to be an extension of that.
When you add the hotel, it becomes a complete destination. We're very proud of the mix of amenities we have here, the food and beverage establishments. We have 13 of them. The retail, we're obviously focusing on entertainment as well. But to actually have overnight amenities, I think adds a new dimension and makes it a complete destination. Also the ballroom, we have an opportunity not only to accommodate large events here, but also accommodate entertainment here year-round. Right now, most of our entertainment is small band, regional. During the non-summer months and the summer months, we can have some larger entertainment events. With the hotel convention center, we're going to be able to hold entertainment events throughout the year.
Now, Bruce Two Dogs Buzzum said at Wednesday's conference, Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs is the crown jewel of Pennsylvania casinos. The project will create nearly 600 jobs and roughly 270 permanent positions will also be added, increasing its total number of employees to nearly 2,000, making Mohegan Sun one of the largest employers in the region, which is great news for the area economy. We weren't too lucky today weather-wise thanks to Mother Nature's fury. We started off the day with temps feeling like 100 plus. And then by early afternoon, folks all over the area were bracing for severe storms to blow through. Even tornado warnings for northern Luzerne County. Thankfully, nothing like that here in our area. But before the skies turned dark and the rain started, many were doing what they could to keep cool. Once again, so many headed to the water. Today, News 13 stopped by Tuscarora State Park in Schuylkill County, where we found lots of people taking advantage of the beach and the swimming area. We talked with some to see how they were beating the heat and just trying to keep cool.
Brought the whole family out?
Yes.
So, what are you guys going to do at the beach today?
We're going to swim and play in the sand and stay cool.
So what are you doing at the beach today?
My dad brought me here.
Your dad brought you here. So what are you going to do today?
Go to the beach and then go home.
You're home? You're going to do some swimming?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we're trying to beat the heat.
Trying to beat the heat?
Yeah.
Too hot for you guys, like staying inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you going to do here at the beach?
Just swim.
Have fun. Swim?
Yeah.
I see you brought some toys with you. You're going to build a sandcastle?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thankfully, the thunderstorms that blew through brought along a cold front, so that means some relief from the hot weather for Thursday and Friday. But that doesn't mean you can't take a dip in the lake at Tuscarora. It's a family-friendly summertime activity. Today's forecast had, well, a little bit of everything, except snow, that is. From humidity, high heat, sun, and a tornado warning in some parts. It won't stop there because we'll get to tonight's forecast in just a bit. But first, a creative condition from Ebony Utako, a student at the West Hazelton Elementary School. She shares with us a sunny day with rain and clouds and puddles. Thanks to Ebony for that. And now to your forecast. Will we see that much needed rain? Mostly cloudy skies for the rest of tonight. We are still in the midst of some thunderstorm watches and warnings throughout our evening. Low down to 63. Tomorrow, a slight chance of some thunder and lightning. We cool off down to about 80 under partly sunny skies throughout your day. Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133. Visit justwindowsandmore.com. Remember, they're the pros in windows and doors since 1985. That's Just Windows and More in Freeland. In other news tonight, there are over 50 surveillance cameras scattered around the city of Hazelton, keeping an eye on the area and catching criminals in action. The addition of cameras at the Pine Street Playground this morning now brings the total number of eyes in the sky to 55. The cameras are in all different parts of Hazelton. Most sit in high-profile areas where police have experienced problems in the past. Police are able to watch footage from these cameras in the police station, in their police cruisers, and even on their cell phones. These particular cameras installed today will help police patrol the Pine Street Playground.
There's been quite a bit of activity down here by people that aren't really wanted around the children, and they just want to be able to monitor it from their police cars and make sure the park is safe for the children. There's been
Business owners and city officials are working together to solve crimes and prevent them from even happening in the first place, and started installing these cameras about a year ago. Well, instead of sitting back, complaining, and doing nothing, some Hazelton area residents have decided that they're going to take action. News 13 caught up with the Citizens Action Group at the Laurel Mall earlier today, where they gathered for the first time. Basically, these residents say that they are not happy with how things are in the greater Hazelton area in terms of crime, drugs, and all the issues that are now plaguing this part of Luzerne County. So instead of being quiet, they're taking a stand and speaking out.
A lot of people are unaware of the problems, and a lot of people are very frustrated with the problems and don't know what to do. So we figured, well, we have to start somewhere. If we can just start by getting a few people together and maybe let it grow.
All local residents are invited to be a part of the action group and are invited to the next meeting on August 5th at 1 o'clock at Community Park in Hazel Township. Coming up on News 13, Freddie B's in, and wait till you see what was left of a vehicle involved in a nasty wreck on one local highway. And you won't believe that everyone walked away from the accident unhurt. Well, plus later, state officials are not happy with litter bug smokers and are looking to kick butts out of parks. We stopped by one local state park to see how visitors feel about it.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, it's usually been as Russell Kanzler goes, so go the Columbus Clippers. He's been on a tear, and so have the Clippers. Well, last night, Kanzler, he didn't light it up. That's been a rarity, as we said, and the Columbus Clippers won. Take a look. There's the final score. 5-4 win over Louisville, and believe me, it's been nearly a month since we've been able to hang an offer on Russ, but it happened. So his modest hitting streak over, and he'll be right back at it, guaranteed. Meanwhile, Kyle Landis, who got the win 2 nights ago, he did not pitch last night. His Akron team hung on for a 3-2 win. The baby Yankees got upended by Charlotte, same score as that Columbus game. Charlotte 5-4 winners, and Durham 2 runs better than the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Now tonight, what you got looks like this. You got Louisville at Columbus, Akron and Harrisburg, Charlotte, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Lehigh Valley, Durham. And that's exactly what we had today, so that's not too bad. Anyhow, you take a look, Major Leagues. Yankees game, well, I don't know if it went final. I was watching, the Yankees were about to put the finishing touches on. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead and were cruising late in that game, as I said, just as we were getting ready to come on here. That one may be a final by now. Meanwhile, Tampa entertains Cleveland tonight. Dodgers and Phils are playing right now. So is Pittsburgh and Colorado, and the Mets and the Washington Nationals under the lights in D.C. Hey, by now you know about Stripes and Strikes. They sponsor us, and I'll tell you, you got to go down and check it out. Look for the big green awning across from Genetti's Best Western on 309. That's where you'll find them, and they've got it all, from equipment for baseball and softball. They've also got custom screen printing and embroidering. Got plenty of free parking, too. So check them out. Stripes and Strikes, make the right call.
Your Pennsylvania midday winning lottery numbers on this very hot Wednesday. Hopefully these are some hot numbers for you. Your daily number 101, Big 4, 9947, Quinto 86978, and Treasure Hunt 7, 20, 22, 25, and 28. We have a little double draw on this Wednesday as well on your daily number. Here's that double draw, 190. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the L.J. Ferdinand Hazelton Group of the Men of Malvern Retreat is pleased to announce its 72nd annual retreat will be held at the Malvern location Friday, July 20th through Sunday, July 22nd. Anyone interested in attending may contact Ron Molesky, 570-929-1173 for more information. And finally, the Alliance Medical Group will be hosting a childhood asthma educational program, Catching Your Breath with Asthma, on Thursday, July 26th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the Alliance Medical Group Pediatrics Office located at 1000 Alliance Drive in Hazleton. Light refreshments will be served in addition to a grand prize drawing. Call 501-6204 to pre-register for this great event. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Suzanne Peters of Drums. Funeral will be held Friday at 10 a.m. from the St. Michael's Russian Orthodox Church. Friends may call Friday from 9 a.m. until the time of service. And Dale T. Holodick of West Hazleton. Funeral will be held Friday at 9 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 2 to 4 and 6 to 9 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new all low-price dinner menu. And remember, there's always plenty of free, gated parking behind the Markle Building.
Well, parents of small children, listen up. ABTS Ambulance is inviting you to stop by for a safety seat check. Ambulance workers will inspect your child's safety seat and make sure it is installed properly. You're asked to call ABTS to schedule an appointment for between 10 and 2 this Friday, July 20th. The number is 453-1445, extension 6. ABTS is located on East Holly Street in the city of Hazleton. Safety seat checks will take place throughout the summer, fall, and winter season. The third annual Media Day is less than a week away, and we're very excited to see you all in downtown Hazleton. As always, the entire community is invited and encouraged to attend this event coming up Tuesday, July 24th from 6 to 8. Check out the event live as News 13 teams up with the Standard Speaker to broadcast from the streets of downtown Hazleton. Or better yet, come join in on the excitement in person. This event will feature an assortment of fun, including dinosaurs from Bill's old bike barn and museum. Bring the kids to get their picture with these prehistoric animals or have them take a ride on some carousel horses. Tux the Penguin will be making a special appearance to sign autographs and take pictures with the kiddos. Get a chance to meet our staff and some elected officials. Enjoy the sounds of Greg Palmer as he hits Broad Street to perform live. Watch the dancers of Tracy's Dance Academy in action. Local organizations, including Victory Bible Church, and other vendors will be on hand. Media Night's also a time to win big. We have full-day passes to Ozzy's and the Renaissance Fair up for grabs. Win tickets to Regal Cinema or pay-per-view movies. Our News 13 studios located at 109 West Broad Street in downtown Hazleton. Make sure you stop by from 6 to 8 Tuesday, July 24th. News 13 will be right back. We head back to a local state park where state officials are hoping to stop smokers from lighting up for good. That story and more up next on your community news station. Stay with us. Next time you head to a state park to cool off and have some fun, you might have to leave the cigs at home. State officials are not happy with smokers leaving their butts on the ground, littering the beaches, and taking away from the natural beauties of the destinations. We'll tell you more right now.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, Pennsylvania State Park officials are considering a trial smoking ban at one of the 120 state-owned parks. Now, the state is considering this ban after receiving many complaints that cigarette butts are being left on the beaches and some are being discarded in the waters. So state officials are testing the waters to see if this ban would work. And today, News 13 stopped by Tuscarora State Park to see what some beachgoers had to say about the possible ban.
I don't think it would deter me from coming, but rather than ban it on the beaches, maybe have a section that's 1/5 the area or a 1/6 the area where people that smoke or don't care if you smoke can go.
You said that you do smoke, but you clean up all your butts and throw them away when you're gone.
Not only mine, but anyone's around me.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are people here that, aren't considerate and don't care, and, we'll try to throw them in the water, and that's certainly not right either.
Okay. Are you in favor of that, or?
Yes.
Why do you think? Why do you think that?
Because then there will be no smoking around the kids. The beach is for the kids and the families. I mean, I'm a smoker, but I'm smoking around the kids.
It'll be more healthy. It'll be healthier.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Jane, you're not happy that the state may ban smoking at the state parks?
No.
Could you tell me why?
Because we smoke. We smoked for years. It's hard to get off of. It's not hurting anybody in the air. And we don't butt them all over the place because we have courtesy for everybody else.
You're a non-smoker, but you disagree with the state ban in smoking here, too.
Yes.
Could you tell me why you disagree with them?
Because it's actually, I feel it's like it's chasing people away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think they ought to just get a section of beach and rope it off and leave them, the people that want to smoke, have that section, and the other people just leave them go, you know what I mean?
For now, you can smoke at state park beaches. State officials did not set a time or a location to ban smoking for this trial run. A state official told the media that the butts are eating up time from maintenance workers who could be working on other maintenance problems. Residents in one part of Butler Township are concerned that if officials go through with a zoning change for about 1.5 acres of land, their homes' values would decrease, and it would create new dangers at an already dangerous intersection and area. At Tuesday night's Butler Township Supervisors meeting, residents spoke out saying that the area around Country Corners on Route 309 and St. John's Road would be better staying residential, not rezoned as commercial, because of nearby houses and the traffic that goes up and down that part of 309. Residents say if businesses would be built there, it would make that particular area of Butler more dangerous than it already is. Supervisors held off on passing the rezoning ordinance until its August 9th meeting, saying they needed more time to review details because of possible legal implications that could follow. The board did, however, vote to buy a bucket truck from Service Electric Cable TV for a price not to exceed $8,500. Supervisor Ransom Young asked why the township needed the truck when they could always use one that's owned by Freeland Borough. But Supervisors Brian Kissenweather and Charlie Altmiller went ahead with the buy anyway. Also, those who do not obey the burning bans in Butler will now be fined a higher price, and if you do not keep your dog restrained, you will also have to pay up. Across the valley in Cunningham, council decided to once again canvass the borough for residents who have not yet connected to the sewer system. Council members announced that one local lawmaker has offered her complete support for new sidewalks to enhance safety.
We got a letter of support from Tara Two Hills' office on our sidewalk grant that we submitted. We submitted a grant to put sidewalks from the park up to Sheets because of the problem that's been occurring with the kids walking from the park up to Sheets, and they've been walking in groups of 5 and 6, and most of them are walking in the street. Some of them are walking on properties, which I don't mind because they're walking actually up on my property. I'd rather see them up on my property than on Sugarloaf Avenue. And, my major concern is I hope that, we don't have any of these children hit by a car, especially when they come from the park crossing Main Street to the other side, because sometimes when a car is turned there at that intersection, they cut the corner pretty quickly.
Now, council has also turned to Senator John Udechak for support in securing the sidewalk grant. In other Cunningham news, council gave the go-ahead to begin work on the Streets Department building. A group of retired teachers have come together to help students when they return to school this fall. Now, the group's aim is to clothe students whose parents may have fallen on some hard times. Today, News 13 stopping by Zion Evangelical Lutheran Church in Tamaqua, where the clothing drive is taking place. Rochelle Ivanowski is a retired teacher from the Tamaqua Area School District. She, along with her husband and others, are collecting school clothes to lend a helping hand to families who may not be able to buy clothes and supplies for their kids when they return back to school.
Well, I saw an article in the Pottsville Republican last summer of a teacher in southern Schuylkill County who did something similar to this. She had a back-to-school night, and I'm not sure if they were gently used items, which I think they were, and I'm not sure, again, if she charged anything for them, but it was to give children that maybe didn't have the same economic breaks as everyone else, to give them a good start for the beginning of school. Tamaqua accepts students to wear khaki and navy pants. The elementary may wear shorts, khaki and navy shorts. The shirts must be collared, so a golf shirt or a long sleeve button-down shirt is acceptable, or a short sleeve button-down shirt. They must be white or navy. They can also have sweaters, which are white, navy, or tan. So that, and skirts, of course, and jumpers being khaki or navy.
Now, Rochelle told us that they are still accepting donations of clothing and supplies, and everything can be dropped off at the Zion Evangelical Lutheran Church on Greenwood Street in Tamaqua, or you can call them to make arrangements for pickup at 668-2180. The drive will end on August 12th, and the clothing and supplies will be handed out on August 15th from 5 to 8 p.m. It started as just a simple idea of one local pet lover, and now that idea has become a multi-state effort to keep canines comfy while they wait for a forever home. We've been telling you about Beds for Paws, started by Hazleton area resident Paul Katner. Katner started making unique beds for pets in his garage. He thought if he could give them to local shelters, then the pups who were waiting to be adopted wouldn't have to lay on hard floors. They'd have a bed to stay comfy. Katner's creation became a hot commodity, and shelters from Hazleton and beyond wanted them. He and some very dedicated volunteers have been working hard to fill the orders, and now the Beds for Paws team is headed to New York, and they have also upgraded the bed's design.
We had some shelters say that some of the dogs would chew the beds, so we decided to look into what we could do to improve it, to make it chewer friendly, I guess. So we designed an idea that would put the fabric inside, and we are going to test one out with Hillside Animal Shelter for a week or so, see how it works for them, and we want to go ahead with the new process, so then none of the shelters have to worry about chewing. That should go away.
I also understand that this is expanding into New York. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, we saw a thing on TV about an animal shelter in New York, some animal shelters in New York. We contacted them. They're interested in beds, so our next shipment of beds will go to New York. And the fabric that we're using, that we're going to start using, actually came from New York. So we're returning, I guess, what we got from them, we're giving back to New York.
The Beds for Paws team is always looking for volunteers and donors who want to help keep the doggies comfortable. Pipes, fabric, monetary donations, and manpower are always needed. And you can find more information at bedforpaws.com. Just a quick side note that Bed for Paws donates the beds free of charge to all shelters. Coming up on News 13, underage drinking is a dangerous issue, and now 2 local police departments have the funds to combat underage alcohol abuse in our area. More on that later. But first, a West Hazleton crash that left one car mangled and traffic backed up on 81. That story's next. Stay with us. All right, take a look at this accident that happened on Interstate 81 in West Hazleton right around 5 o'clock Tuesday night. A mangled truck was all that was left. A tractor trailer was also believed to have been involved. Believe it or not, no one involved was seriously injured. There were some walking wounded, but no one went to the hospital by ambulance. State police are now investigating and have not released information to News 13 as of this newscast. Our media partner, the Standard Speaker, is reporting that a Hazleton dad and his son were in business together, the drug business. The duo was allegedly selling drugs out of a city store and were caught when they sold cocaine to a confidential informant. 45-year-old Ivan Manzano Contreras and his son, 20-year-old Adrian Gomez, were arrested and now face multiple drug-related charges. On 4 separate occasions, agents from the State Attorney General's office watched the undercover purchase from Manzano Contreras at Supreme Art Picture Framing and Sales on West Diamond Avenue. Manzano Contreras also arranged for his son to sell the drug once during the investigation. Back on February 16th, the business was raided, cash and 70 grams of cocaine found. Both father and son were sent to prison and will be back in court in August. State police are searching for the thief who decided to steal from Walmart in Hazel Township Tuesday just before noon. The suspect walked into the Airport Beltway store and loaded a shopping cart full of various meats and paper products and left the store without paying. The thief fled quickly in a dark-colored SUV. And just 1 hour later, another theft occurred at the store. This time, the suspect placed clothing items in their own shopping bags and left the store without buying any of it. This suspect fled in a light-colored Cadillac. Anyone with any information on either of these Walmart thieves is asked to call troopers at 459-3890. Facts about underage drinking may surprise or shock you. In the United States, underage teen drinking is widespread, and it has become a big issue. The Hazleton and Freeland police departments now have the resources they need to help combat underage alcohol abuse. Senator John Udechak announced that both municipalities have been awarded grants from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board to help address underage and irresponsible alcohol consumption. The grants are a part of the 2012 Alcohol Education Grant Program. Both departments will receive over $17,000, allowing them to actively combat alcohol issues in a way that may have not been possible otherwise. The Hazleton PD and Freeland PD have expressed their gratitude for the grant and plan to use the funds to increase police presence and manpower at events in the community that deal with the youth. Coming up, Mother Nature is throwing some curveballs with weather all over the map, from a heat wave to a cool down this week. What can we expect next? The forecast is headed your way. And the heat we had sent folks looking for ways to keep cool to a nearby beach. We'll stop by Tuscarora State Park for a splash. Stay with us. We weren't too lucky today weather-wise, thanks to Mother Nature's fury. We started off the day with temps feeling like 100 plus, and then by early afternoon, folks all over the area were bracing for severe storms to blow through. Even tornado warnings for northern Luzerne County. Thankfully, nothing like that in our viewing area, but strong storms did blow through. Before the skies turned dark and the rain started, many were doing what they could to keep cool once again, so many headed to the water. Today, News 13 stopping by Tuscarora State Park, where we found lots of people taking advantage of the beach and swimming area. We talked with some to see how they were beating the heat and trying to just stay cool.
Brought the whole family out?
Yes.
So, what are you guys going to do at the beach today?
We're going to swim and play in the sand and stay cool.
So what are you doing at the beach today?
My dad brought me here.
Your dad brought you here. So what are you going to do today?
Go to the beach and then go home.
Go home. You're going to do some swimming?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we're trying to beat the heat.
Trying to beat the heat?
Yeah.
Too hot for you guys, like staying inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you going to do here at the beach?
Just swim.
Have fun. Swim?
Yeah.
I see you brought some toys with you. You're going to build a sandcastle?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Thankfully, the thunderstorms that blew through brought along a cold front, so that means some relief from the hot weather for our Thursday and Friday. But that doesn't mean you can't take a dip in the lake at Tuscarora. It's a family-friendly summertime activity. Today's forecast had, well, a little bit of everything, except snow, that is, from humidity, heat, sun, and a tornado warning in some parts. But it won't stop there. We'll get to tonight's forecast and what we can expect in just a few, along with the days ahead. But first, a creative condition from Ebony Utako, a student at the West Hazelton Elementary School. She shares with us a sunny day with rain clouds and puddles. Thanks to Ebony. Now on to that forecast. Will we see some much needed rain? We'll get the answer in a moment. For tonight, the threat of thunderstorms sticks with us. 63 is what we'll dip down to, and the skies will remain cloudy. Here's your 4-day outlook. Thursday, slight chance of a shower, maybe a thunderstorm. It'll be sunny skies and a high up to 80. Thursday night will cool down to 59. 77 will be our high on Friday with mostly sunny skies. Only a slight chance of some rain. Partly cloudy on your Friday night, low down to 57. 78 for our high on Saturday. Sun shining bright, clear skies Saturday night, 62. And for your Sunday, we're going to get up to 80. Mostly sunny skies. Sunday evening, partly cloudy with a low down to 63. So I don't see much rain in sight, and it is very dry out there. We need it. Well, the Lazy Dog Salon bringing you the forecast tonight. North Broad Street, West Hazelton. Call 459-0310 to make an appointment for your furry friends. And a great place to stop this season, this time of the year, I should say, is Valley High Drive-In, Route 93, West Hazelton. Make sure you stop by for a milkshake, some ice cream, dinner. You want it, they've got it at Valley High Drive-In in West Hazelton. And that will do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout tonight, or simply go to News 13's website at ssptv.com. That's where you're going to find everything Greater Hazelton and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe. We'll see you back here on Thursday. Good night, everyone.